Bad news, guys. The engine is going back to the builder. When I was getting this engine ready to go into the car and I was checking the shims on the valve springs, I noticed multiple issues and it's got to go back. So keep in mind, this engine has only ran on the dyno. It's never been in the car. It's never ran since. It has a day on the dyno, which is, honestly, how many hours of actual runtime. So it's not much. But I'm already finding it's starting to. It seems like it's eating itself apart. Like, I noticed the lifters, the hydraulic roller lifters, which are Johnson's, good quality. Look at that. There is scoring on every one of those lifters. I don't know if you can see that. It's hard to do it with a camera, but everyone's doing it. But in any case, the lifters are looking like trash. Now, this hydraulic flat tappet lifter came out of this exact block, and this has 15 years plus on it, 12 years just from me. And look how good that lifter looks. Like, it looks pretty much brand new. And yet, these brand new Johnson lifters are getting eaten up after a day out of the dyno. Not good enough. The roller rockers, the rocker studs, which are ARPs, good quality, they're getting eaten up as well. Mainly on the exhaust side, not all of them, but a few of them, and also number 3 intake. Number 8, by far the worst. I have a chunk right out of it. It looks like it's chipping apart. Like, I can feel it with my fingernail. I don't have an answer to it. Nobody can give me like, oh, that's caused by this or that. I don't know, but some theories are that maybe the geometry is wrong. Maybe I have too loose of a rocker because these were reused, and maybe that's too much. I have about 60 thou movement on this one, but I don't know why all of them aren't doing it. Some people are just saying like there's some sort of loading or pressure getting put on that rocker that's causing it to wear out. Now, it's not uncommon to see some wear on a rocker. I have it, or on a stud. I have it on my old engine. I have the old rocker still. I've seen some wear there, but this is excessive, especially for the amount of runtime. The alignment of these exhaust rockers on the valve tip, that's way off. Like, it's over on the side here, like right here, versus being centered. And now, I don't even care if that falls barely inside an acceptable range, but it's not perfect, and in my opinion, it's not good enough, and that's all of them. And so I guess I'm going to need to get some adjustable guide plates or something, but I am kind of surprised it got installed that way, but that needs to be addressed. I checked the geometry on them. The intakes don't seem too bad. Now, I like the Scott Foxwell way. I'm going to call it that because I've seen a video of him showing how to do it. But anyways, where you kind of get the rocker should be parallel or flat with or in level with the retainer. The exhaust side definitely is not. They're off, which might mean I'm going to need new push rods. Now, it's hard for me to really measure it correctly because obviously the springs, when I turn the engine over, compress the hydraulic lifter without any oil pressure because the engine isn't running. So maybe I'm doing it wrong. I can't check it correctly. I'm not so sure, but I'm concerned that they made me order the wrong size push rods. So that needs to be checked. And then probably worst of all is there is so much metal in this oil. All this black pooling down there in this oil, that's metal. Now, some of it is aluminum, and like it's normal to see some sludge or whatever in a freshly built engine, but there is some ferrous metal, meaning it is metallic, and it is not good. Like, I can see a glitter. It's really hard to see on a camera, but I don't know if I can get this to stir up. Like, look at that. There you go. Right? Getting the picture? That's not good. That's not good. I put magnets in these two pulls right here. That one, I got a shard, like a sliver of ferrous metal out of it. So that means that oil has gone through the entire engine, through the bearings, through the lifters, everything. That is concerning. Let me show you something. This is the oil filter that was used on the dyno, and all of these pleats are loaded with metal. Now, I know it's going to be normal to some degree to have metal in there off a fresh engine build. I get it. But honestly, the camera's not even picking up how much is actually in there. Like, it is full of chunks. But look at the bottom of the filter. Like, there's tons of gunk and metal in there, and I'm just not comfortable with that. And everybody that I've been talking to says this is excessive. So that worries me. So this needs to be looked at. So as far as I'm concerned, this engine's going to have to get pulled apart to some degree, and we're going to need to figure this out because I'm not comfortable that this engine's going to survive.